And talking about Brandon Jennings, he has an endless bag of tricks, keeping the ball. On a string, makes behind the back, no look, and off the backboard passes. Few players would even try. That unpredictability, though, can make him difficult to check and often forces defenders into positions from which they can't recover.
Johnson dishes to Ilyasova. Here's Caldwell Pope, cans the 12-footer.
Well, you can bet the defense wasn't expecting that kind of razzle-dazzle out of him. But the spin worked like a charm. Perfect. You know, Brandon Jennings is that rare type of difference maker, a guy who can jumpstart your offense without turning the ball over. That's a valuable asset when you're trying to line up the W.
And, you know, one thing that comes to mind with Kobe is his incredible dedication to winning. I mean, you wonder if that has turned off potential free agents. Maybe he's a bit too competitive, but you know, when you're in the business of competing, hard for me to imagine you can be too competitive.
Now here's Jennings. There's the pick. Drummond sets the screen for Jennings. Kicks it out to Johnson to take the lead. It's rebounded by Roy Hibbert. With Kobe and his competitiveness, it is something that he's coping. He said it took him a while in the league, Clark, to realize not everyone loves basketball as much as he does.
Yeah, you know, even if you don't have the same kind of drive that has propelled Kobe all these years, I think you have to respect him for it. It shouldn't be a problem for potential free agents, in my opinion.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He dishes it to Drummond. Johnson against Kobe. And he gets it to go. And it's 6 points now in the game for Stanley Johnson. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Outside, Kobe. Williams. Good D by Drummond.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Jennings drives in.
And guys, Brandon Jennings last season looked like he was finally becoming more efficient. He shot at the upper range of his career field goal percentage from 3 and the free throw line. And then suddenly the Achilles ended his season at 41 games played. Really unfortunate.
Mirotic is checked in for Julius Randle. And it's tied up with that one. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Just 5 to shoot, and then Hibbert with the dunk.
What a nice feed by Kobe that time.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Getting back to Jennings last season really did start out as one of his best. Not just the improvement, Clark, in accuracy. His turnovers per game were at a career low.
Yeah, that's what we have to watch out for with Jennings. I mean, he's still only 26 years old, Kevin. Now, plenty of time to continue to refine and hone this game. I think his best basketball is in front of him.
And here's Los Angeles. The lead is 2. Hibbert with the screen. Mirotic sets the screen for Williams. Looking to end his
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
Johnson, the pass to Jennings. Here's Ilyasova, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Outside, Kobe. Feeds it to Mirotic. Back to Bryant. Mirotic, the screen. It's tipped. Russell against Jennings. Passes it to Johnson. To the middle. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Williams. 22 points for Kobe Bryant.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Lakers leading by 4. Kicks it to Hibbert. Here's Russell. Misses the 3. Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Dishes to Jennings. He feeds it to Caldwell Pope. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Caldwell Pope. Shot from 12. And that one's good. Drummond's got 4 points now in the quarter. Lakers have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Russell kicks to Bryant. And stolen by Jennings. To tie it up. And he lays it up and in. Jennings has got it all tied up now for Detroit.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
Timeout called the Lakers.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Gentlemen, Byron Scott had some advice for his team in that last timeout. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now. Go take it. Kevin?
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Sanders checked in for Hibbert. Young comes in for Kobe. And it's Clarkson in for Russell. There's Williams with the 3. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Ilyasova up top, covered by Mirotic. Now, here's Clarkson. Pass to Mirotic. Williams kicks to Sanders. Back to Williams. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the first one drops. The Pistons making a change here. Jackson's checked in. And both free throws good for Lewis Williams. Pistons trail by 5. It's Jennings with the drive, and that one's good. Jennings has got 7 points for the quarter.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Now, here's Clarkson, guarded by Jackson. Ball's knocked loose. And Sanders kicks to Williams. It's rebounded by Ilyasova. Ilyasova's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The drive by Jackson. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. Jennings has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Here's Sanders, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And some changes here for the Lakers. Julius Randle's checked in for Mirotic. Bryant comes in for Nick Young. And it's Russell in for Williams. Sanders, no good on the free throw.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
And he makes the first. Well, with Coach Stan Van Gundy, it was a very successful first year in Detroit. He's a guy who's going to build around defense. That's been his M.O.
And Van Gundy has always been a defensive first type guy, Kevin. I mean, the last 30 years, has probably the best defensive efficiency for a career as a coach. And his teams always play with great emphasis on that side of the ball.
And the Lakers call time here. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push.
You know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you played and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
Lakers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Kobe against Johnson. From outside the arc. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist from Kobe. 30 points for Lou Williams.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Jennings dishes to Ilyasova. From the line. They get it again. Drummond. And the rejection by Sanders. Now Clarkson. Outside Bryant. Stolen by Jackson. Drummond passes to Ilyasova. All alone. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
That coverage is just too weak. I mean, heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you a game.
Williams with the ball. To the middle. Off the pick. And Sanders throws it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now here's Jennings. Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Jackson's got 30.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Clarkson to the inside. And that one's good by Kobe. Bryant's got... ...24 points.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. You have to like what we're seeing from Lou Williams.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
And the Lakers with some changes. Young comes in for Mirotic. And it's Russell in for Jordan Clarkson. Pistons trail by 4. And here's Jennings. Tries it from 9. Larry Sanders with the rebound. Sanders has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And it's sent back by Bryant. And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're losing by 4. There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter of this one. There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter. On the wing, Jackson takes a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Jennings has got 6 assists in the game.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Now, here is Russell. And it's Bryant at the elbow. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Kobe's got 16 points here in the second half. Pistons trail by 3. Jennings drives in. And the rejection by Sanders.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Here's Russell. Offensive rebound.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Here's the Lakers with the ball. Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
Looking to get it going. It's good, and he's through contact on the shot, so we will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
That free throw there caps off a huge possession for him. Those are big points at this stage of the game.
Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here.
Offensive rebound. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
And he commits the intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 5. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th. And the Lakers with some changes. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Sanders. Julius Randle comes in for Nick Young. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Lou Williams. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Jackson. Connects! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. The Lakers with the ball. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Sanders checked in for the Lakers. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game. No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Shot after shot, one after the other. Brandon Jennings getting it done.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line. And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Ilyasova can't hit, and now they decide to foul intentionally. Gets the first, that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Johnson. No good there. And so the Lakers take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean,